Okay, hi YouTube, BB here. I have something I'd like to share. Forgive my lack of editing software. I have my phone as my camera, and I'll be aiming it at my iPad screen because I don't have anything else. And as for the TikTok thing with the CapCut and the green screen and the stitching, I don't really know how to do that. I haven't figured it out. I don't really want to because if it's hard enough that I can't figure it out by now, I'm not going to work on it. So, anyways, today's video is about something I posted in my own subreddit, Reddit/YouTube Vlogger Families, that has 18,000 plus members. And I recently called out DCP, aka Dad Challenge Podcast, aka Joshua Barbour, who I recently finally blocked on Facebook and Reddit and Instagram because he's a piece of crap. Piece of crap. He's awful. So, he recently did a video about Disney adults are big sads that they got called out. He was just kind of bagging on some vloggers who I've never seen before. I don't recognize them, and I've been watching hundreds, if not thousands, of YouTube vlogger family channels since 2009. And now it's 2023, and I don't know the ones he's talking about. I think he's just kind of going through YouTube looking for, hey look, it's a kitty. Oh, sorry. Distracted. I think he's just kind of flossing his teeth on YouTube, looking for random Disney vlogger, adult channels, accounts, people who just are millennials or Gen Xers like he is. Josh is a Gen Xer, and there are hundreds of thousands of adults who are Gen Xers who grew up with Disneyland being a far, far away dream that maybe they didn't get to experience as children, and so they're making up for it as adults. Or they enjoyed all the Disney stuff as kids and decided once I'm an adult, I'm gonna do what I want with my money and my time and watch all the movies and collect the franchise propaganda and merchandise and just fall in love with the genius of countless Disney movies, films, cartoons, characters, theme parks, locales, etc. And that's okay. I say that's okay. You don't need my permission to be a Disney adult, but I am giving you validation. It's a-okay. There are people I watch who are like total cruise ship crazies who have houses they pay mortgages for, and yet they are barely ever home for more than 2 or 3 days a month because they make their entire living off of doing YouTube reviews and YouTubing of their cruise ship lives. Looking at you, Parody DJ. I met you. Anyways, back to Josh. So I called him out on my Reddit. And then he came to my Reddit and tried calling me out, calling me a stalker, getting his stans and his fans to come to my Reddit to side with him. Every time somebody in the snark community on Reddit or Facebook calls out Josh Barbour on his hypocrisies, on his cringe, on his unhinged lack of sense of losing touch with reality, showing off his wealth, showing off how much money he makes from having like 233,000 subscribers in 5.5 years. I mean, that's not a lot compared to most family vlogging channels. If anything, he's a small potato in a vast valley of prairies and plains with wild potatoes and wild crops growing naturally from Mother Earth. And his Mother Earth would be YouTube. And those plains and those valleys would be the countless results of typing in family vlogging in your search bar. And then adding family vlogging critique, family vlogging criticism, family vlogging snark in the search bar. And he is that small potato at like 230 something thousand views and subscribers. I mean, I'm a grain of sand at just shy of 400 subscribers. And I want more subs, yes, I do, but I'm not in it for the financial gain. I'm just in it for why the hell not? I like sharing my ideas. I like sharing small snippets of my daily or weekly life. I like sharing my opinions about things that I'm interested in and things that I'm passionate about, or things that I want to criticize and snark on and critique and share my controversial opinions about first world YouTube online problems that aren't really problems to begin with. And Josh isn't really that much of a problem, but he is part of the problem. He's part of the problem. So here is camera. Here's the post I made. I have 76 members online right now. I said, "Dear Josh, reflection mirrors are for everyone, including you, so use one." He said these Disney adults are big sads that they got called out. Doink and donk? Way to insult other people you've never met in real life, Josh. Seriously. So, I don't know what his issue is, because he goes on Disney cruise ships. And he's been to Disneyland as a child. And he wants to go to Disneyland. He wants to go to Disney World. He wants to go to Disney Paris and Disney Asia and Japan. He wants to go to Disney Hawaii. He's said it in countless vlogs. And my comment is, he admits 1/2 or 50% of his hypocrisy in the first 4 minutes of his vlog, but not enough to actually recognize that he too is a Disney parent adult if he gives into just even one Disney themed or branded event location. That he is not exempt from the rule just because he takes his family on Disney cruises instead of to the theme parks. It's all the same thing, Josh. It is all the same thing. You are a hypocrite. Admit it all the way, not just halfway. Be an adult. He's 43 years old. And he doesn't know how to admit his faults or his flaws, but I told him he should. Got a lot of great comments. And then he goes, after I get all his comments, he does this. He comes and leaves a comment. He says, "What? Lol, what a dumb post. Also, I said there are worse things to be obsessed about, like your obsession with me. It's giving stalker vibes." And I said to him, "Well, folks, he thinks I'm obsessed with him. You wish you had a stalker. You're always obsessing over how Talia, Sunkiss's mama, follows Jess on everything she does. Sounds like you're jealous considering you never stop harping on about it. Very, very few posts on this sub have ever been about Josh, made by me. Very few. I'd rather criticize the fuck out of Family Fun Pack and Daily Bumps and Just Fam any day of the week, which I'm going to do soon. Josh, than to obsess over you. You're not my type to obsess over. You're just not that all appealing. I tried being nice and welcoming to you a few years ago on Facebook, invited you to the subreddit, and asked you your opinions about different channels, topics, ideas, styles of vlogging, what your perceptions were about specific family vlogger situations, etc. I asked you to consider doing a Skype and Zoom chat with me to discuss and debate family vlogging topics and channels and people, but you declined even when this subreddit was still in its heyday and had nothing to do with you. You've told me on Facebook you don't care about facts or getting things right the first time. It sounds kind of shitty. That you won't do deep dives. That you only want to blind react and not even get your facts correct. Dude, whoa, it's overkill to the point you don't even know what you're arguing over to the camera anymore. Man, get over yourself. You're more obsessed with killing off the competition than inviting it in. He's more obsessed with killing the competition than inviting it in. There's more worse things to be obsessed about, like your obsession with me. You're more obsessed with killing off the competition than inviting it in. I can't repeat that fucking enough, man. Snark After Dark and Radiant Brit are right about one thing. You're dangerous and toxic. You're no longer welcome here, Joshy, so goodbye. And then we're going to go to YouTube.
But like they're cringy Disney adults. But at the same time, I mean, if it makes you happy. I used to be the bah humbug type of guy and be like,
And there, so I don't get copyright infringed, let's just see a couple of his facial expressions, just to give him shit. That mustache is killer. I want to destroy it and throw it into the pits of hell with Hitler, Stalin, and Mussolini. Anyways, that's it. That's all I have to share today. But you're blocked, Josh. You're blocked. You had your chance years ago to chat with me about YouTube vlogger families. You declined. And now your stands are probably going to come after me, but I don't freaking care. Because YouTube, freedom of speech. Freedom of the internet. Freedom of the press. My First Amendment right as a U.S. citizen. Well, you live in Canada and you don't have that same First Amendment right of freedom of speech. You have restricted speech in Canada. I have freedom of speech in the U.S. Fight me. Or don't. Whatever you want. But the point is, Josh, Joshy Pants, Joshy Face, Joshy Barbour Josh. You are not the Dad Challenge podcast. You do not deserve such a moniker or a name for hating on people who you think are the competition. You think that you can be the only snarker, period, of all things family vloggers on YouTube. That's not the way YouTube works, man. Everyone can be a snarker. Everybody can be a criticizer. Everybody can judge. Not just you. So this video is for you, Josh. Dedicated just for you. Everybody can be judgmental. Not just one person. Kitty. Okay, that's all I have to say. You foolish court jester.